Environmental Hour. Your voice, your environment, your future. John Rufus Divine Cannon every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. only on Love FM 105.1. Together, we can protect our environment, create awareness, and build a cleaner, healthier, and greener Liberia. The Environmental Hour, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5 to 6 p.m. on Love FM 105.1. The Environmental Hour with Rufus Divine Cannon, giving the environment a voice.
I hear the call, protect the land that feeds us all. Voices for the Green Liberia. Vision Media. Rufus Divine Cannon. Our land, our future, our responsibility. Liberia, stand up.
Yes, indeed, our land, our future, our responsibility. That's why we take up the time every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 5 to 6 o'clock to talk about our land, our environment, because it becomes our responsibility. You and I know that we cannot have a livelihood in the midst of pollution. We cannot have a livelihood in the midst of deforestation, and you just go about naming all of those things that endangers mother nature, So you and I should put our acts together. That's why we here at Voices for a Green Liberia, in collaboration with Love FM, otherwise to actually enlighten you every time, reminding you of the good things that you need to do and the negative things that you are doing that is causing some of the problems. The book people refer to climate change. Yes, some of the things that we are doing. Just the last time we told you that, come on, this month of August, you should understand that based on the rainfall, the mosquitoes will increase. There will be lots of issues surrounding malaria. So we will provide you that information from our folks there, giving you in-depth. Some of you did not get the information on Wednesday, so we'll provide that information to you. Be it. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. I'm pretty seated, your presenter of the program. Of course, I am the founder and executive director of Voices for a Green Liberia, VGL Media, and we are proudly associated with Love FM 105.1. We are streaming live on Facebook, Love TV Live, and then also on our Facebook page, Voices for a Green Liberia. And you are getting us loud and clear on the radio, Love Radio 105.1. In today's edition of the program, we will be looking at the importance of environmental protection. There are thematic areas we will be stressing. So be there, call a friend to tell a friend so that we get to talk about the environmental issues we are faced with. All of us, one way or the other, we are contributing factors to some of the things that we are experiencing in our communities, in our districts, in our country at large. So the balance of our theme song to be read by Don't Go Away. Keep listening. Call a friend to tell a friend to join the program. Love Radio 105.1. This is the Environmental Hour.
Shining bright, every
Okay, welcome back. Indeed, this is the environmental hour. Let us go straightly to our information in here to provide you the basic information that you need to know. Firstly, this information is being provided to us by Liberia Meteorological Service. That's the LMS there at the Ministry of Transport. Yeah, so the way they are providing us all of the information that we are about to provide to you. All right, so let's go straight into business. This is a highlight of the climate and health bulletin for the month of August. All right, so the forecast summary: the rainfall so far, overall cumulative rainfall will decrease compared to last month, with totals ranging from 56.1 millimeter to 542.2 millimeter. Height: the highest southeastern and northwestern regions, Grand Cape Mount, Bomi, Montserrado, and Margibi counties will receive the highest rainfall, while the lowest you have Maryland, Grand Cru, River G, and Eastern Grand Gida counties. Relative humidity is forecasted between 84.8% to 92.4%. High humidity will concentrate in the north and northwest, Grand Cape Mount, Bapolu, Lofa, Bomi, Bong, and Nimba counties, while the soft and southeast will experience lower relative humidity. So let's go for the temperature. Like, oh, the heat, oh, the cold. Now, understand, the the maximum is 26.7 degrees Celsius to 29.0 degrees Celsius. So the highest is Grand Gida, Nimba, Eastern Bong, Lower Bapolu, Northwest Bomi, and Central Eastern Grand Cape Mount County. Lowest in Margibi, Grand Bassa, Sino, and Grand Cru counties. So the minimum is 20.7 degrees Celsius to 25.3 degrees Celsius. So the highest along the coastal belt, Maryland to Montserrado. The lowest is in Lofa and Nimba counties. Mean. So 24.0 to 26.0 degrees Celsius, lower in inland and northern counties, Lofa, Bapolu, Bong, Nimba, Grand Gida, River G, and higher along the coasts. So now, here is another information that you need to know for those of you who, as soon as you go to the hospital, you've been diagnosed of malaria. Now understand, malaria risks. Cases are projected at 4.1 to 10.2 cases per 100 people. Understand this. The risks of malaria during this August month. The cases are projected at 4.1 to 10.2 cases per 100 people. The combination of rain, high humidity, and warm temperatures creates ideal mosquito breeding conditions. The highest incidence is expected along the coastal strip, Margibi, Grand Bassa, River Cess, Sino, Grand Cru, and Maryland counties. Malaria vigilance. So now you need to be vigilant, okay? As we go about informing you, these information are important so that you act upon it. Don't make yourself so vulnerable. If you know that you are going in these counties or you find yourself in these counties, prepare yourself, because don't go there and I'm going to the place and carry the necessary things that has to do with the malaria medicine if you get an insecticide net, carry it with you to prevent you coming in contact with mosquitoes, and you will definitely get malaria. So, to be vigilant as it relates to the malaria, the anticipated climatic condition during August 2026, characterized by increased rainfall, high relative humidity, and favorable temperatures, are expected to create conducive environments for mosquito breeding and survival. So, medication stability. Expected temperature and humidity levels may compromise the shelf life, stability, and efficiency of sensitivity medical supplies across Liberia. So, this is an advice for all of us. Medical advisory for the month of August. Based on the forecasted climatic condition for August 2026, which favors increased mosquito breeding and the spread of vector-borne diseases, medical personnel, individuals, and stakeholders in the health sector are advised to take the following precautionary methods. Use prophylaxis and prevention. Travel with anti-malaria medication when visiting high-risk areas. Ensure vulnerable groups adhere to prescribed prophylaxis and sleep under insecticide treated net. Eliminate vendor breeding. Clean stinted water and improve community sanitation to destroy mosquito breeding grounds. Seek early care. Promptly visit recognized health facilities if experiencing symptoms. Symptoms like fever, chill, headache, or fatigue. Protect medical supplies. A lot of you are in the constant habit of buying these drugs that our friends are selling around here in the black bag, in the transparent buckets. Those drugs are not meant for your consumption. You know why? Because they are not kept in the precise temperature or the recommended temperatures. So understand that you taking those kinds of drugs when the men are pass in the sun all day, the heat and thing, you know the reaction of that drugs, what it will be. Come on. So let us stop buying these bag drugs or the bucket drugs that the guys are passing around with. It's not healthy for you. Understand this. Seek medical attention to the nearby clinics and recognized hospitals. All right? It says store all pharmaceuticals in cool, dry places to prevent heat and humidity degradation. And lastly, what you need to do here is you need to strengthen your surveillance. What you need to do, boost community awareness and report suspected cases early to support public health intervention. So the Public Health Institute, you need to be vigilant, and I guess they have their numbers up. So whenever someone is going through that fever or they got a chill, just reach out to the nearby hospital or clinic to get treated. Your life is very important to us. So in today's edition, like we told you, we will be providing you information or affording you the opportunity to know what it takes. What is the importance of environmental protection? All right? The importance of environmental protection. So let us get into business. We'll open the lines. So hold your calls. We will open the lines so that you can participate. So environmental protection is important because it helps keep our surroundings healthy, support people's livelihood, and it shows that natural resources are available for future generation. Yes, natural resources are available for future generations. So if our natural resources weren't kept, hmm, we who are here now, our forefathers who began this journey, if they had not applied the safety measures to keep our natural resources, by this time we wouldn't have seen these natural resources, we wouldn't have benefited from it. So in our dispensation, as citizens of this beloved country of ours, here are some of the things that we need to do, and here are things that we ought not to do, so that we protect our environment, hmm, for the future generation, and even before we reach to that future generation ourselves. So if we continue to pollute our environment, what it does, it causes serious health issues for us. You just listen to the report I provided to you from the Liberia Meteorological Service. So this August month is the month where the mosquitoes will be breeding. So if you have a filtered community, your community has a lot of stench water, the mosquito will breed in that and it will get into your homes. And sooner or later, when you are bitten by the mosquito, what happened to you? You come down with malaria. And when you go to the hospital, you say, oh, this time I say you go to the hospital, people say you get typhoid, people say you got malaria, because the environment is dirty. Your environment is filthy. Make sure to clean your environment. The rats, the roaches, the mosquitoes, they breed on these kind of filthy areas. So if you keep the environment clean, it will be very important to us. So let's begin with some of the actions we need to take in order to safeguard our natural resources for future generation. One, protecting our forest. We know we've been hearing a lot of information coming up from our rural areas as it relates to deforestation. And we say to our folks there at forestry, thank you so much for the work that you continue to do. We will find time to reach out to the folks there at forestry to actually provide us in-depth reports regarding our forestation in the country, and other things that are surrounding our forests. Okay, we'll also reach out to Ministry of Agriculture because all these things fall under environmental issues. So we say protecting our forests. Forests in Liberia provide timbers, medicine, food, and habitats for wildlife. When trees are cut down without replacing them, soil erosion increases. Rivers become polluted and animals lose their homes. You see it? So we understood that along the way, prior to this generation, we had a lot of species, a lot of good animals in our forest. Based on the illegal deforestation that is taking place in our forest, we just learned of recent of Burkina Bee in our forest. They are doing deforestation and doing all sort of things in our forest, which of course it is hampering the future of the next generation. So we need to do all we can to preserve our forests. We need to do all we can. Most of the animals, when you are doing this kind of deforestation, cutting down those trees and things, you get the animal to run away. So they go to the nearest countries or environment where they can have their livelihood. You cannot be cutting down the trees. You think the monkey will be there? No, the monkey will flee. The baboons, The wildlife animals, they will leave. They will cross over to the Ivory Coast. They'll cross over to the Guinea, the Sierra Leone. So let us be careful how we're going about this. So say kudos to our guys there at forestry. You are doing extremely well, and we pray that you beef up your strength, your patrol to safeguard the future, the natural resources of our beloved country. All right. So another thing we have here is keeping our rivers and streams clean. Keeping our rivers and streams clean. Take upon your time now. Visit our beaches. Hmm? Let's leave the beach for a while. Visit the wetlands, the swamp, go along the St. John River. Just check right down Water Street there. All along the Jala town, going as far as Central Town there. The rivers in this country now polluted. We take the dirt from our homes. We don't have anywhere to dump them, straight at the river banks. Right now, you go to the Providence Island. That place has now begun. It has now turned out to be a dump site. The new bridge, to the bridge there, go there. You don't have to go far, even across to Waterside. You can stand right up Broad Street there and look down there. You will see the stockpile of dirt that is placed in the river. Look across to West Point. Some of you, the rivers where you find yourself, you are polluting those areas. So trust me now, if you put in all of these kind of things in the river, you think the fish will be there? The fish, just how you think you need good air to breathe, that you need that kind of good environment to live. That's how these marine species, they need it too. So if you're polluting the waters with chemicals, you're polluting the water with all sort of garbage, especially the plastic waste and thing, you know what you're doing there? You are driving them away. So we say, keeping rivers and streams clean. Many communities depend on rivers and creeks for drinking, cooking, fishing, and washing. Throwing garbage or chemicals into these water sources can cause diseases and reduce fish pollution. It reduces fish population rather. So understand this. Thanks to Mines and Energy, we got the information that some folks, Chinese folks, they were doing some illegal mining and using some chemicals in one of our rural areas. And the folks moved in there, and these guys who were carrying on the illegal mining and using all sort of chemicals, the materials were confiscated and they were arrested. So these are things that we want to see those in authority, the relevant authority, doing. Because if we just leave our rural areas, our forests, our rivers, and these people come in, most of the people, they don't base in Montserrado. As soon as they come in Liberia, they're moving straight to the rural areas. You know why? Because not much attention is placed on the rural areas to preserve our natural resources. So we are calling on the relevant authority to beef up. I see we're doing recruitment for police. Yes, we're doing recruitment for DEA and all of. We also need to increase the task force. The jungle warriors, we need more of them. Because if we sit here and allow and just play laissez-faire attitudes, at the end of the day, what's going to happen here, all of our major natural resources will be depleted. and will not benefit from it. There will be a lot of pollution. And that town, just forgotten the town where the guys were carrying on the mining and using that chemical. All the fish in that area have died, and the water is no longer safe for consumption, because our people in the rural areas, they use the creeks to get their drinking water. They use the creek to cook. They use it to fishing and all those kind of things to go wash. But here is it. Our waters are being polluted by ourselves as well. We take the dive from our business areas, boom, throw it in our water. Go on under the new bridge there. Go up all the water side end there. There are other areas, even the double bridge. Go and see those areas. Look along our river banks. Stop part of that, placing that all in the water. It is not called for. It endangers the lives of these species and even your own lives. So we're talking about proper waste disposal. Let's look at that. Proper waste disposal. How are we disposing our waste? How are we disposing our waste? You understand that we just throw garbage anywhere, anyhow. We say thanks to the Monrovia City Corporation. We say thanks to Sheriff Development something, who provided 50 dustbins, and 40 of them have already been deployed. I was coming to work this afternoon. I saw along the Cinco Bell coming as far as going as far as Central Town to strategic areas. And mind you, let us emphasize this. It is not for you to take your dive from your home and come and put it. It's only for littering, right? There's small dive and thing where when somebody buy candy, they buy chicle, or they buy some kind of bottled water or something, plastic water, when you pass in, instead of you throwing it in the street, just walk to that dustbin, open it, and put the dirt in there. And as I learned with the information being provided to us on a daily basis, from the morning hours, it will be placed to those locations. And in the evening, when our mothers and sisters, brothers and fathers are cleaning the streets, they will take those cans from there and put it in for safekeeping. In the morning, they bring it back to those locations, because we know our friends. If our friends are now removing the manhole, the iron that covers the manhole, they are removing it just right on 10th Street here. One of the manhole there, the guys, the road right on the avenue here that leads to Jaratown, they have removed that iron, the cover. So it puts pedestrians and motorists at risk, because you know how deep it is, right? So if you don't know, there's no indication that, oh, that place is open. You have people running into it, especially our visually impaired brothers and sisters. All because our friends want to support their bad habits. They go about removing these kinds of important things. So that's why we need to be our own security. We need to put up security. We know that the national security is there, but on these things, we need to put up the maximum as well, because when these covers are removed and these things are done in our communities, we feel the pinch of it, because we will be placed at risk. So we're talking about the importance of environmental protection, and we're listing and touching bases on all of the thematic areas. So earlier on, for those of you who just joined us, earlier on we touched on protecting our forests. We went on by talking about our rivers and streams, keeping them clean. We now on proper waste disposal. So we say dumping rubbish in streets or waterways blocks drainages or block drainage system, leading to flooding during the rainy season. Proper disposal and recycling help keep communities clean and healthy. So it's about time we say thanks to our leadership for the job well done in many areas, but we want more emphasis to be laid on the issue of sanitation. All right, we need emphasis to be laid on sanitation. So the Environmental Protection Agency, you need to beef up your strength. We're also talking about the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. You are also in line. So understand that mines and energy also falls in that category, and you just go about naming them. We need to be proactive because at the end of the day, if we do not put up precautionary methods, what's going to happen? A lot of people's lives will be placed at risk. Like I mentioned, you there having somebody who wants to support his bad habit, removing the covering of the manhole to sell those irons. For what reason? And at the end of the day, you put in the lives of others in danger just for a moment that will destroy you. So let us manage our waste properly. Let us just stop throwing the dye anyhow in the streets and polluting our environment. Okay? So let's move on to our next thematic area, preventing bush burning. We've come to realize that with time in, time out, information has been spread concerning the issue of burning bushes, burning dykes. It is so bad that we will not adhere to these kinds of things. We understand our people go and burn farms and all kind of things, but let's understand, uncontrolled bushfire destroys crops, forests, and wildlife. They also reduce soil fertility, making it harder for farmers to grow food. You just burn anyhow. You burn anyhow. Plastic, what, all those things. You know the smoke that you are creating is dangerous to your health. That smoke you are creating today is going to be harmful for you tomorrow. And finally, let us protect our wildlife. We see people going to the farms, they're killing those baby animals and all those kinds of things. Let us protect our wildlife. Animals such as monkeys, birds, and forest antelopes are parts of Liberia's natural heritage. Conserving wildlife helps maintain ecological balance and can support tourism. We say our tourism folks, we say kudos to you for bringing in our friend and brother William Meyer, who actually showcased major areas in Liberia, and we say thanks to those who collaborated, like the man Emmanuel Kotu. We say thanks as well for showcasing the beauty of Liberia. But notwithstanding, we need to actually be proactive. We need to be proactive. Fifi Cholo Play, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. You're always joining us. We appreciate your following. Please share the live. So protecting our wildlife is very important. You don't just kill any kind of animal anyhow. Oh yes. Let us protect our wildlife. They are part of our ecological balance. Okay? So let us get to know this. That's why we here at Voices for a Green Liberia, we always come up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5 to 6 o'clock, to enlighten your minds on some of the things that you don't know. You find these things around, you don't know the importance of them. And some of your action, you don't know the danger it poses to your life. Just the other day, we were here talking about pollution, the various kinds of pollution. Did you know that loud noise. It creates stress. Did you know? You're playing loud music. And I said it the last time and I'm saying it again. We say kudos to the Liberia National Police for implementing the policy or law that is on the book regarding environmental protection, noise pollution, the aspect of noise pollution. There were several sound systems from entertainment centers, and you just name it, that were confiscated and turned over to the Environmental Protection Agency. So if you are playing loud music in the environment, disturbing others' peace, it is wrong. Under the laws, the environmental law, it is wrong. Even in your car, you play loud music. It even has effect on you. You get an earpiece in your ear and it's loud. It has effect on you. It creates stress. There are a lot of things we'll get in depth to talk about on another day concerning pollution. You clean your yard, the next thing you put fire on that grass. You burn it, smoke going into people's homes. You know how dangerous smokes, the danger that smoke poses to people's lives? You don't know. But we are not aware of these things. We are not educated. So we just take them to be common. But it has serious effect. Even some of these cars. The EPA also need to look in that direction. And how you call them? The Transport Authority. Okay? Ministry of Transport. Some of the cars that come into our country, they have laid their left side. Some countries you don't just take cars that have laid their left span. Some of the cars are smoking. You still have them passing in the environment here. And we take it to be fun because that smoke that is being produced by that vehicle, it has serious effect on the human. It has serious, that carbon they're putting out there. It has serious effect on the human. And for those of you who find yourself in an environment where people are smoking, you know that it is also dangerous to your health. You're in an environment, I can't smoke, but you are amongst people that are smoking. You're taking in that secondhand smoke. It's even more dangerous. All these things falls under our environmental protection. The last time there was this policy that was brought into play, preventing public smoking. But nowadays, it was only for a few times. You find people all in the streets, in the public glare, smoking, endangering other people's lives. And people will not say anything about it because they don't know the effect it has on them. That man already carrying that his illness, then he taking in that, he putting out that bad smoke. You, the second-hand smoker, you take it in, and you know what it's going to do to your lunch? We're talking about the importance of environmental protection. So let's get serious about this. So in conclusion, environmental protection benefits everyone. And when we talk about environmental protection, a lot of us, we reach the place in this country to politicize everything. Environmental protection, the benefit of environmental protection is not only directed towards the ruling establishment, neither the opposition. It cut across every spectrum of our society. We benefit from protecting our environment. So now let's understand. That's why we see a lot of things going on. We have sea erosion. Our beaches have been wear out because we are not planting trees. When these trees are cut down, we don't replace them. See along the coast. Why you think that they think we're always talking about erosion, erosion, sea erosion, all the things, Kepamas and other places. You don't find these kinds of things happening there as it is happening in Montserrat and other nearby counties because there are more trees. The coconut trees are planted on those beaches, like in Grand Bassa. You see the Sunset Beach. Other beaches are being affected by erosion, but the Sunset Beach, there's not much damage done to it because there are lots of coconut trees planted there. There are a lot of trees planted there. The last time I checked, we saw in the past regime, the city mayor of Monrovia, Jefferson Tamakochi, the former city mayor, they were planting trees, coconut trees along the streets. How far did that go? And I don't know what it became. What became of that project? But it was a very good one. Let us take upon our time, go and visit the coastal line along even from right here in the Cinco area here. The entire line is being weared out by erosion. Are we planting trees to prevent the erosion, the sea erosion? We are using the beaches to pollute them with our feces. We take our dikes from our homes, we carry there, and we just feel because that place there's no restriction. So we find it necessary, which is wrong, to go and throw our garbage there. Which these things are not called for. So let us plant trees. Disposing our waste properly will protect us. So let us protect our water sources. Now, you know in your community, some of you in your community that you suffer from water. Did you know that the waste that you are just loosely putting in the environment, it gets through the stream of water, it gets in that well, that pump you depending on to drink for your drinking water, that well you depending on, the deck that you just loosely putting across there, it has effect on the water sources. So let us avoid unnecessary waste pollution, the burning of bushes. We can enjoy our environment when it is clean. We can have a healthy environment. Our health is our wealth, my people. Our health is our wealth. Go on the beach right now. You see, our friends have made that another form of livelihood. They go on the beaches, they mine sand illegally. They take those sands from there and sell them. They find it so pleasurable. But putting the lives of others at risk, and you who are property owners along that area, you are saying nothing about it. You are doing nothing about it. The guys are mining sand on those beaches. And for the record, the more you dig the sand from the beach, when the water comes, it extends onto the land side because you are taking away the sand. What are we doing about this? Let us be about security. Everything is not the government. You who live in those communities, you have your role to play. That's why we continue to call on the education ministry to reinstitute the teaching of civics in our schools. The reason being, so people can know their roles and responsibilities as citizens. Oh, now my work. Oh, now me supposed to do it. You know you have your role and a responsibility as a citizen to maintain infrastructure and other things, the resources. That is your responsibility. You pay your taxes. The government provides these things. it is your responsibility as a responsible citizen to maintain them. The government put up infrastructure development. It is your responsibility as a citizen to maintain those infrastructures. The people cleaning the streets, our mothers and sisters, our fathers and brothers, they wake up early morning to make sure to clean the streets so that you have a suitable area, a suitable environment to breathe fresh air. You say, oh man, the people there, now what they paying there for? You take it there, you chunk it down, you buy grumpy, you throw it there in the street. No punishment. Right now in Ghana, dare you do such a thing? If baby Ghana can implement these kinds of things, that's why I continue to frown at our law enforcers. Enforce these ordinances. Enforce it. And that's why we here at Voices for a Green Liberia continue to emphasize we are here to advocate. We are also here to educate. That's why we take up the time Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to be here to bring out some of these things that you don't know. Some of you do know, but you play laissez-faire attitudes. You're endangering your own lives. Did you know during this time is when the mosquitoes breed? Did you know the increase of malaria is during this period? And have you come to realize what causes the increase in malaria? We say all of these things right here. Not because we are less basic. We see it as our responsibility. It is our social corporate responsibility to educate you. That's what I always say. The media plays a pivotal role. So it is our own responsibility to provide this information to you. That's why when we reach out to you, those of you who are at the helm of authority at these various institutions that are responsible to propagate the message or educate our people, please, we are appealing to you, make yourselves available. Let the people get to know some of these things. The laws are on the book, but the implementation is what lacking. They don't know about it. So if you start to implement, it becomes a political issue. And in this country, we all know, based on political will, some of the things that we ought to do, we are not doing it. Then, you know, when we start doing it here, we'll lose vote and all the kind of thing. No! The same old people that you try to shield while they are doing the wrong thing, they will be the same ones when they go to other countries, they adhere to these rules and regulations. The other day, another guy, myself, he came from the States. He just all around the place, you know, gallery where people, he's smoking the shisha thing. I said, look, my man, this is prohibited. After all, shisha was banned from people were banned from smoking this thing in the public. You cannot be polluting. Other people sit there here. You don't know the health condition of people. So you smoking in the open here, you'll be creating illness for other people. He knew all of these things, but based on the laissez-faire attitude to implement the punishment that comes with the violation, so the people tend to ride on it. So when you start doing, say, oh, I need a man, and I don't want it. It starts from small. And we can make the change. That's why we here at Voices for a Green Liberia, VGL Media, is open to your collaboration. We are open to your volunteerism. Join us and let us volunteer. Let us reach out. Massive cleanup exercises. Let us create awareness on these things. Climate change is no longer a distant threat. It is here with us. If we continue to do illicit things that will cause harm for us. Just the other day, there's a town there on the Robertsfield Highway. The guy's crushing the rocks. So at the end of the day, that entire community have now turned out to be in jeopardy because Everything, their water, their crops, everything polluted, and their lives are at risk, and nothing major has been done about that. So we're going to open the lines now. We're not talking politics, so we understand, but let us get engaged by talking about some of the things that you've observed in your community that has to do with endangering the environment. Speak about it. Let's get to talk about these things. Your life matters. The environment matters. Okay? So let's get to talk. Shortly, we are going to open the lines so that you participate. Your calls are very important to the discussion. Your calls are very important to the discussion. So you can now call on 0887 105 105 0778 665 073 0778 665 073 0887 105 105. What are those environmental issues that you've observed in your community? Let us talk about them. Your recommendation is very important to the relevant authorities. They are listening. Get to talk about it. Don't hold back. Say that the people think. No, your life is involved. That environment that is being polluted, your life is in danger as well. Let's go to the line and talk to this caller. Hello.
Good evening.
How are you? What's your name and join us from where?
I'm Tom Flomo. I joined you from Raspberry Valley Capital Papa.
Okay, let's hear you.
Let me get to the first topic in discussion about the wild animal, to protect our wild animal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my brother, it is true that we need to protect our wild animal, but let's just talk about Kankima County. We got an elephant in the bush there. I was in a on the area.
Mm-hmm.
The elephant is destroying people's property, and then the people are calling on the government. Nothing the government has to do about it. So how can we protect the wild animal when they are destroying our plains, and the government of Liberia had no mechanism to put into place, at least to protect the wild animal from getting involved into destroying our plains.
So that's why we say these conversations are very important. We can brainstorm somebody who has an idea concerning that. We proffer those ideas, and the relevant authority will take precautionary measures. So you see, so if we, like, you brought this to the public glare, right? Now somebody have listened and they have some solution. Maybe it may have happened in other countries and they experience it, and what was applied to solve that problem, they have the necessary idea they can share with us. So that's why the platform is created. So we appreciate your participation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. 0778 665 0887 105 105 are numbers to call and form part of the Environmental Hour. We are here on Love FM 105.1 and streaming live on Facebook, Love TV Live, as well as you can join us on Voices for a Green Liberia VGL Media Facebook page. We are also streaming there. So the topic this evening, the importance of environmental protection. So you have experienced or you are experiencing some violation as it relates to environmental protection, you can call. Let's talk about it. Is it that people are dumping dirt illegally in your community? What has been done? What can be done about that? What the community leadership talking about it, or what are they doing about it? Like the last time, and I will continue to emphasize, the Environmental Protection Agency, Mines and Energy, Public Works, Disaster Management, and who else? I will say this and I will not get tired. There's a building right between 12 and 13 streets. That building is at the verge of collapse. You understand that based on the flood, that place is a flood prone area. When it rains, the water sets there and that building continues to sink. That building is now soaked. It's an upstairs building, a two-story building, one or two. Okay, it has a ground floor and a story. So the entire ground floor is no longer in use. People have moved because the water have taken over that ground floor. Now, forgetting to understand that the building pillars are soaking. That building have lived its lifespan. People still dwelling in that building. Right now, people now saying, oh, that wish and this one. They are living there and not looking at the danger that is attached to them living there. Anytime, because that thing, that concrete, it has lived its lifespan and water is eating it up. Sooner or later, who knows? Who knew that the bridge would have fallen? It was by the mercy of God that bridge fell that year without a casualty. You people are living in that building and think that, oh yes, all is well. That building is at risk. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 are numbers to call. Let's talk about the environmental issues. We are looking at the importance of environmental protection. So let's get to talk about those environmental issues. People along the corridors there, especially I always love to lay emphasis on the Japanese freeway. Can you imagine? People, sound-minded people, taking dirt from their homes, their businesses, the business areas, and placing it in the drainage. Can you imagine that? From the red light through the 72nd, Jacob Tampa West. Let's get to the line and talk to this person. Hello? Hello?
Hello, how are you?
I'm wonderful. What's your name?
My name is Lawrence M. Cooper from Brother Iron.
Okay, Lawrence, Bravo, Iron Gate, you call from. Let's hear you.
Yeah, we have club around us. They call the place Hallway. Hallway, they usually have it, they can smoke and also latrine. They can go to the post there when they rain fall, they can come in the bottle, they come on the mirror. Now you can't get a place so far off. We'll continue talking and someone will tell on the mirror, we'll continue talking to the people, they can't listen to us. If they call us closer to us, they are sending gas. But when they get come for smoking right to the crop. When you stop there, they start stopping your ma and your father. Now once that was here, the other with that almost go to fight. So I stopped him and he started unity on the wall. I said, don't do that. You see people around, I said, he started sitting around here. So the master is sorting my parents. So that the situation passing in. That's why I told him, I said, this thing, your politics, your continue to talk politics, and you're not helping the country because you're here, you're doing other things. And you say, government was able to help you out. So I started talking to him, other things start coming. So that situation passing on. And now when you can't argue, you see the play with Lula, you're going back. It was so nasty.
Thank you so much, my brother, for highlighting that. And thanks so much for making that better to understand that by him urinating anyhow, anywhere is not good because who knows what kind of illness he's carrying. So when he urinates in that environment, it rains, the water comes, it spread out. People get all kind of rashes and things on the skin.
Exactly, yeah.
Who knows if he carries some of these sicknesses around here? He got put all his waste in the open there. That's one of the things our folks we had to do. Thank you so much, my brother.
Yeah, and the police are not happy because they feel real closer to the checkpoint. Police will come and pass and they stand it there. Someone will come to line the crop and put make behaving. They stand and looking at them. Police are not happy in the country. Yeah. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yes, that's another thing. We just urinate anywhere, especially we male. We have it so easy to open our zippers and urinate anywhere. It is wrong. It is actually wrong. You know, since I started this environmental issue, I have taught myself I've learned a lot of lessons, right? There were some of the things that I used to do, and doing research and getting to learn that these things are not covered. If I buy water, the bottle of water, I finish drinking, I will hold that in my hand and find the closest area that is designated for disposal of waste before I proceed. So it's like it has become a habit for me. So that's why we want to instill this discipline. You can't go to other countries. You just urinate anyhow, anywhere. Now, let us understand the government, you also need to play a role. You cannot tell the cat, you cannot tell the rat not to smell, and while you are not created the enabling environment, you cannot tell the cat to not eat a rat. You need to create an enabling environment, like what our brother just talked about. The issue of this urinating anyhow, anywhere. The last time I checked, Madam Mira brought during her regime at the Monrovia City Corporation, she brought in these latrines. You know, the mini latrines. It is good. You can even make money out of it. It's another form of revenue generation. Come on. You place it to strategic areas. When people go to use it, they pay $5 or $10 to use the space instead of just urinating anywhere. We just go and urinate anyhow, anywhere, and putting people's lives at risk. Some people carry some terrible illnesses, and they're putting all those waste in the public. At the end of the day, you find those same areas, they sell food, they sell drinks, and all the kind of thing there. That environment is now polluted. 0778665073 0887-105-105. Our numbers to call. We have a few more minutes to go. 0778665073 0887-105-105. It's just joined us. This is the Environmental Hour right here on Love FM 105.1, and we are streaming on Facebook, Love TV, and that of Voices for a Green Liberia VGL Media Facebook page. So call us. I'm here. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon, founder and executive director of Voices for a Green Liberia. So let's get to hear you. Let's talk about those environmental issues in your community. 0778-665-073, 0887-105-105, and numbers to call. You sit down there, you dress up fine, you buy food, you buy things, you just throw it out in the streets. So when the people, they get people to clean it, we're cleaning. No. How do you feel when you apply your effort to make somewhere decent and somebody come from nowhere and just pollute the place? That's why they're being paid. But we all can maintain the decency of the place. You can go to the United States and the laws are there very strong. Then you go and break those laws. Anything you go without being punished? No. So let us stop this whole political thing, politicizing thing around here and get to do business. Let us punish people who violate these ordinances. When we start to do, see right now, Rwanda. Let's get to the line and talk to this person. Hello. Your name and you join us from where?
My name is Evangelist Moses Togo, calling from Fiamasingho.
You call from where?
Fiamasingho.
Okay, Fiama Cinco. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my man, we have people that take sense of the condition here on the issue of environmental that you are talking about. But what is the way forward? I think the government has to bring they things that you're talking about, that make work area around so that put in debt in. To hear certain areas, because if we just put it there everywhere in the community, minimum, we are near the market. Yeah. There are some of the problems that we are facing in our community.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for highlighting that. That's another issue. We continue to emphasize that the Monrovia City Corporation and that of PCC and other municipal institutions need to work together in getting a new landfill. Yes, because what we've noticed and continuously these guys have emphasized that the Winston is overwhelmed. It has lived its lifespan. Yes, it was actually for 5 years, but it has gone more than 5 years. So we need a new landfill, and these CBEs and SMEs, you need to be visible. We need you to be proactive. Since you were commissioned, only very few of you we can see what is happening. You were commissioned and assigned by Zooms. Reach out to the communities, reach out to these businesses, these homes. Let them get to register. Based on the registration, you get to be empowered so that you get the data from the various communities, the various homes, and take it to the transfer station. It is from the transfer station the Monrovia City Corporation or the PCC can go and take all of the waste that you've taken from the various communities. But we are not seeing you. We are not seeing you. You are not visible. The CBEs, the community-based enterprises, the SMEs, we are not seeing you people. We are not seeing you people. You need to be visible. Make yourself visible. Reach out. Time is now, I'm afraid. We anticipate just 1 or 2 calls, then we'll call it a day. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073. It's the program Environmental Hour right here on Love FM 105.1. 0778-665-073, 0887-105-105. Our numbers to call, and you will be heard pointing out those ills, environmental ills in your community, like others have actually come up. Yes, you know, that Fiama area is one of the areas we see, especially the going towards the bridge there. The stockpile of dirt, we see the water polluted, and come on, there are a lot of things. Double bridge. The guys have the garage around there. They're putting all of the irons in the water. Then the people throwing the dirt from their homes, from their business areas in the water, polluting the marine species. That's why the fish and the buka and people used to catch them. They don't catch them any longer because the fish now running away for their lives. You cannot pollute the water and expect the fish to live there. People putting pit latrines on the river banks. 12th Street. Most of the buildings, most of the homes there along the water side there didn't get latrine. The guy there, the latrine is built on the water. And at that same water, when flood comes, a spill over in their homes after you have put your waste in the water. You throw that there, then the river get filled, flood take place. The same feces is start coming back to you. How you feel? So let's get this break. When we come back, we call it a day on the program, the Environmental Hour, right here on Love FM 105.1.
Our land, our future, our responsibility. Liberia, stand up.
Pollution is not just an environmental issue, it is a health issue, a community issue, a national issue. The future of Liberia depends on what we do today. Clean Liberia, Green Liberia. Join the movement with Voices for a Green Liberia, VGL Media, in collaboration with Love FM, educating, advocating, acting for a green Liberia.
In the drainage dirt everywhere. Our land, our future, our responsibility. Liberia, stand up.
Water is life, but what happens when life becomes polluted? Dumping garbage, chemicals, and sewage into rivers and beaches is poisoning our waters. Contaminated water spreads diseases and kill aquatic life. Protect our rivers, protect our beaches. Never dump waste into water. Save water, save life. A message from Voices for a Green Liberia, VGL Media, in collaboration with Love FM 105.1.
Our beaches crying. Our land, our future, our responsibility. Liberia, stand up.
Did you know too much noise affects your health? Loud music, unnecessary honking, and excessive noise cause stress, headaches, and hearing problems. Lower the volume, respect your neighbors, protect your ears. Silence can also heal. This message is brought to you by Voices for a Green Liberia, VGL Media, in collaboration with Love FM 105.1.
If we don't act now, who will care? Our land, our future, our responsibility. Liberia, stand up.
Can you feel it? Can you smell it? The air we breathe in Liberia is under threat. Smoke from generators, burning trash, and dirty emissions pollute our air daily. Dirty air causes cough, asthma, and serious sickness. Don't burn waste carelessly. Maintain your generators. Plant more trees. Clean air means healthy lives. This message is brought to you by Voices for a Green Liberia, VGL Media, in collaboration with Love FM 105.1. Oh yes, this is how we love to wind down the curtains on today's edition of the program, the Environmental Hour. On today's edition, we actually look at a very important topic, the environment. That's the importance of environmental protection. That was our focus topic for the day. We brought you some insight, spreading off some thematic areas. How can we protect our environment? We talk about protecting our forests. We also made mention about keeping rivers and streams clean. We also talk about proper waste disposal. We brought to your attention the preventing of bush burning. And lastly, we actually told you that we need to protect our wildlife. And in conclusion, it is always good that we know environmental protection benefits everyone, not just one group of people. Environmental protection benefits everyone. So let us plant trees. Let us dispose our waste properly. Let us protect our water sources. Let us avoid unnecessary bush burning. Let us conserve forests and wildlife. Let us keep our community clean and green so that we enjoy a cleaner environment, a better health, and a suitable livelihood for generations to come. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. I lead and other follow, first among equals. Of course, I'm destined for greatness. I am the founder and executive director of Voices for a Green Liberia, VGL Media. an institution that is geared towards advocating and educating regarding environmental issues. So you are there. That's why we are here, and we are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 5 to 6 o'clock. Thanks so kindly to all of you who play your listening role, and to those of you who call. We appreciate your points. They are well taken, and hope the relevant authority can listen and act upon it. Because Mahatma Gandhi said the difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing will suffice to solve most of the world's problems. Unquote. So let's have ourselves a wonderful and God bless day. Keep following the rest of our broadcast.
Voices for the Green Liberia! Vision Media!